Hello again, this is Mark Summers from Summers Technical Services. We're going to work on assignment 4 here in a few minutes, the thread relief model. So let's start a new blank part model using our templates we've got the other day. So we'll say File New, we'll select the inch part template and get started on our assignment. So based on the instructions, we want to sketch on right plane to start with. So we'll go to Sketch, pre-select the plane, hit our Sketch command. That'll swing us around perpendicular to the plane we're sketching on, and we'll do our part revolve feature. So I'll go to my line command and draw my sketch. Go across here, go up, over, down at my 45 for my thread relief, and I want this to be closer to the plane. Actually, it needs to be on the plane, doesn't it? So we'll go over here and go straight up, then over horizontally, and then close it out. Right-click Select to get out of the command. So again, I want my front plane to be right on that face, the end of the shank. So I'm going to select that line, Control-click the origin, and make sure those are coincident. And do a similar thing. Looks like it's already constrained, so I've got a constraint already for the top plane to sit right through the middle of the part. So that looks good. Now I'm ready to look at my other geometric constraints, and it looks like they're done. I do need to make a center line, because every time I have a revolve command, I need to create a center line so it knows what to revolve it about. Right click, select to get out of the command, and I want this center line, I don't want to define how long it is, so I'll just make it infinitely long. And I will make it coincident with the origin. And now I think I'm ready for dimensions. So again, these are my dimensions. Your dimensions will be different based on your unique student ID. And I like the dimension to edges. So mine is 3.75. We want to do diameters, and I want this thing to display as diameter, so I don't dimension between those two lines. I dimension between that edge and the center line. When I do that, I click here, I get a radius. I come down here, I get a diameter. That's what I want. So make that 1.5 is my number. Your number will be different. And continue with my dimensions. Since I just did a diameter dimension, it already assumes I want to use that same center line, so I'll make this 1.25. Now I'm going to put my thread relief values on here. In my case, this is 208, and I need this diameter again to the center line. In my case, that's 1.133. And what am I missing? Gotta get the overall length, which in my case is 5 5/8. So now I'll look, I've still got some blue stuff here. Looks like I need to put that angle on here. So I can do that with a smart dimension. Go from this line to this edge. If I click over here, I get that big angle. I want the one over here, 45. So I'll click over here so it matches my data sheet. And now I'm happy. I've got all black, fully defined, so I'll get out of my sketch. Give me an ISO view. Go to Features, pre-select the sketch, revolve boss base. There's a new command. And it assumes I want to go 360, which is correct. All right, that's a pretty good start. All right, now let's do the second feature, which is the hole wizard. It's a great command. Just click the hole wizard and answer the questions. So it's asking me what kind of hole do I want. I want a tapped hole. I want it to be ANSI inch. Tapped hole. The size in my case is 1 1/4 12. There it is. I want it to be a blind because I want to type in a particular value. Here are the two parameters that I'm looking for. So this is the blind hole depth. It's my tap drill depth. And from my 2.97, I calculated that with my K value. Down here is looking for, if I hover over it, tap thread depth. That's my tap depth. And that was given to me as well. And that is going to be 1.875. And again, all these values will be different for each one of you. I want to have a thread call out. I want the thread class. I normally don't want these countersinks. I'm going to turn that off. And I think I've got all my other parameters are all set. Thread class is going to be 2B. So that takes care of that page. Now I want to go to positions. This will be where I tell the hole where to go. It says select the face for the hole on that face. And since I got the planes going through the middle of the part, I can place it right at the origin. Here we go. Now it's not displaying like I want. There's two things I need to check. First thing I need to check is Tools Options, which I can get up here. And I need to choose Document Property, Detailing. I need to make sure that shaded Cosmetic Thread is turned on. The second thing I need to do is turn on my annotations. So I'm going to pull down this visibility, and I want to turn both of these on, those two annotations. And for some reason it's not showing me what I'm looking for. We'll have to go over that in class. I'm not sure what's happening there. Did I click that checkbox? Tools, Equations, or no, Tools, Options. Should be a Document Property, Detailing. There it is right there. It should do it. I'll have to figure out what's happening. I'm not sure exactly what's happening. All right, but that's my tapped hole. Let's make sure I have all these parameters set. Oop, I didn't push this button right here. I got to push that button right there. That's going to give me the display I want. There we go. All right, so make sure that button's pushed in. All right, now we can do the fillets. So I got a couple of fillets here. So we'll use the fillet command, and this edge right here, I believe is 040 to 060. So I'll put that in the middle. And we'll put this fillet on over here, different size. This one here is 0.016. Takes care of that. Now I've got to have a chamfer on the end here, and haven't told you what size I want, but you're a good creative designer, so I'll suspect you'll come up with a good size. So don't make it too big and don't make it too small. And 45 degree looks good. That looks like a reasonable chamfer. Maybe a little bit small. Maybe I want to make it a little bit bigger. All right, the last thing we need to do is the cosmetic thread. I don't want to take the time to cut threads on here because it's not gonna, we're not gonna use it to make the part. I just want it to display correctly on the drawing. So we're gonna go to Insert, Annotations, Cosmetic Thread, and we're gonna answer the questions. First thing it says, select a circular edge to start. I'm gonna start right there. And it's guessing that I want a 1 1/4 7, but I really want a 1 1/4 12. Yours will be different. And put the thread class on there. It makes the thread call out automatically. And the depth is going to be up to next. That'll take it all the way to this next edge here. And it gives me a nice display there. So that's it. Now we're ready to go create the drawing, and we'll do that on the next video. One thing I want to show you is how to do a quick check, make sure our tapped hole is correct. The tap drill depth is not too deep. So what I can do is I can grab this right plane and hit this button right here. This will make me a temporary section view through that plane, and I'll say OK. And so here you can see the tap depth goes down to here, and this is my tap drill depth down to here. What I want you to check is if you do your model and this tap drill hole gets anywhere near this face right here, you're going to want to switch from a tapped thread, a taper tap to a plug tap. If it still goes too far, you're going to change to a bottom tap. So everybody will have a different one to use, but start with the tapered tap. And if it looks like this, you're fine. If it gets too close and this material gets taken away, you're going to go to a plug tap. And if the plug tap doesn't work, then you'll go to a bottom tap. All right, that's it for assignment 5. If you have any questions, ask me about it in class.